Alright, so today we do examine the God and religion. Religion is personal but it public too and sometimes painful also. It can unite, it can divide, and sometimes politicians play that card like pros, twisting fate to keep control on public. God's Empire, a story of power, faith and control. Here we explain how religion become a tool of conquest and what it means today. Actually, right now the God is truly accurate reflection of the lived reality. Now, there are four major religions today that transcend ethnic and geographical boundaries. The first one is Christianity, second one is Islam, third one is Hinduism, and the fourth one is Buddhism. So what are the old that all happened to originate in Middle East and North India within a narrow band near the center of the old world? And that old world present near the line of the Tropic of Cancer or above the Tropic of Cancer. So we can call this belt as a religious belt on our planet. This belt run 4600 km by 1500 km or less than 4% of the habitable land area of the entire planet. Now let's talk about the four major religion on our planet. To start, look at the origin of the each big four religion on our earth. The first big four religion is Christianity. The largest of the religion boasted over 2.4 billion followers representing 31% of the world population. Starting in Jerusalem where Jesus was made a martyr on the cross. This religion spread rapidly, facilitated by the Roman Empire's expansive network of trade routes and the road that spread it from the Britain in the west and Babylon in the east. Christianity's followers were originally all Jews, but gradually emerged as a distinct sect of Judaism, worshipping their prophet Jesus Christ, aka the Son of the God. Now, during the mid 1st century AD, the Paul of Tarsus helped transform Christianity from a Jewish reform movement into a faith open to Gentilized or non Jewish people. Now, Emperor Constantine later converted into Christianity in 312 AD, and believers being offered emperor support and resources rapidly boosting its spread and solidifying the religion's legitimacy in Europe and the near the east. Eventually, through in 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire comes into the Vandal invasions. But the empire's Christian legacy is preserved by the Byzantine Empire. The Holy Roman Empire is later century and the countless other European kingdoms and the city-state that maintain the faith. Now during the age of exploration in 16th century, the Catholics and Protestant missionaries mostly from the Western Europe traveled to the Americas, Africas and the part of Asia as well, making Christianity a true global religion. Now moving forward with the second big four religion is Islam. Islam is the second largest religion in the world with 1.8 billion followers, translating to 24% of the world population, almost 1 in 4 people. Islam beginning started in 570 AD in Mecca, modern day in Saudi Arabia, with the birth of the Muhammad. Like Christianity and Judaism, it preaches the monotheism. Unlike Christianity and Judaism, Islam teaches that Muhammad is the seal of the Prophet, meaning the last and final in the line of Prophet sent by Allah and a God. Shortly before his death in 632 AD, Muhammad, for the first time in the history, unified nearly all the tribe of Arabia under Islam. After his death in 661 AD, the power vacuum is filled by Umayyad Caliphate, which created an empire spanning from North Africa and Libya in the west to the western India and the Central Asia in the east. Propelling Islam for the beyond the border of the Arabian Peninsula and its height turned Arabic into the lingua and franca of the administration and the religion for 62 million people or nearly 30% of the world population at that time. Various later empires like Abbasid, Ottomans, and Mughal alongside Muslim traders and explorers would further spread Islam into South and Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, and Africa as well. In the Far East, Turk-Mongol state that had been converted by Iranian population would later spread Islam northeast as far as the Taran basin of modern-day Xinjiang, China. Now moving forward with the third big four religion, that name is Hinduism. Hinduism is the third largest religion in the world by number of followers, with 1.2 million, almost 50% of the world population. And the sources that this is the oldest religion in the world, almost 4500-year old. Its subgroup are very dramatical in belief system, even so much as make it difficult to classify the religion as either monotheism or polytheism. For example, the most form of the Hinduisms worship multiple deities. However, some emphasize that they are all manifests of Brahmins and a single ultimate formless and transcendent reality that encompasses everything. Unlike the other three major religions, Hinduism does not originate from the single founder, scriptures, or event. And this religion never spread through large-scale conversion campaign. Instead, it grew organically over a million of years. Starting in Vedic heartland of Ganga plain, it eventually grew to dominate the Indian subcontinent and spread more subtly through this culture. Migration and trade, meaning there are no definitive starting date of this Hinduism culture. Through the earliest evidence of Hinduism date back to 2500 BC Northeast India, where the archaeologists have found seal engraved with Savite figures, scarce animal and the mother goddesses. Proto version of many features that would seen by what would later become Hinduisms. The religion would eventually spread through all over the kingdom and the modern day India and grow significantly following in Nepal, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Sri Lanka and modern day Pakistan as well. Now moving forward with the fourth big four is Buddhism. Buddhism is the fourth and final religion on our list with the 500 billion followers. They represent approximately 7% of the world population. The religion history began in 5th century BC with the birth of the Siddhartha Gautama in Lumbini, modern day Nepal. A prince of noble heritage, he ventured out of confined on his place and witness of suffering of masses and decided to seek enlightenment. Then finally, at the age of 35 years, he meditated under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya and realized the four noble truths of life, eightfold path to liberation, and become the Buddha and awakened one. The religion really take off its dispersal in the 3rd century BC with the Asoka the Great, the ruler of Mauryan Empire, an unstoppable force of Indian subcontinent conquering and the kingdom after the another. However, Asoka reaches a turning point in his life when he launched an invasion of the wealthy and powerful kingdom of Kalinga in eastern India. Kalinga resisted fearlessly, resulting in one of the bloodiest wars in Indian history up to this era. The casualty burned deeper into the Asoka's psyche as he witnessed the death of displacement of hundreds or thousands of the people brought about by his own hand. Filling with remorse and he embraces the teaching of Buddhas and sends hundreds of Buddhist missions to every corner of the empires and beyond. After begin to introduce the Central Asia, Buddhism would be the eastbound via Silk Road where it would grow to become the dominant religion in East India. In later century, the Thera Buddhisms would spread via Sri Lanka to much Southeast Asia, where it grew to become the dominant religion in Burma, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia. So finally, we're done with all big four religion on our globe or Earth or planet. So finally, at the very end of this video, we do the discussion about the statement on some famous people. As per the statement of Elon Musk, he say he believe in God. He say I believe in some explanation for this universe. which you might be called as God. And the second people, as per the statement of the Sadguru, he say the idea of the God only come from the three Abrahamic religion, that there is God somewhere, one authority, nowhere else it exists not at all in this culture. He called any being who evolved beyond what we thought was the normal human being as Deva. It means he like gods. As per the Sadguru, there is no God. As per the actor Morgan Freeman, I separate God from religion. Which what it I do? I believe in God, I believe in me. They basically the same person. So God and religion is only up to you and your beliefs. Thank you.